Gịnị ka ndụ ụmụ Biafra? Gịnị ka ndụ onye nwe anyị nye anya amamihe, nye anya amamihe zuru oke. Ka anyị mee ndị obi na-amaghị Chukwu, tinye ha zọrọ ha ụnya. Ka anyị mee ndị obi na-amaghị Chukwu, tinye ha zọrọ ha ụnya. Ụmụ okorobịa jikere na yebe gị. Ụmụ okorobịa jikere na yebe gị. Mee ka unu si Biafra. Mee ka unu na-eze Biafra ya mara bụ Biafra ga na-ebọtọtabi. Biafra ga-adị ndụ. Take my boots off when I die. Oh, Biafra. Till my blood is to the camp. I didn't know I'd be my gun to someone else to fight for fatherland. Biafra, take my boots off when I die. Don't you kubede na la Biafra. Ya na guni. I wanna go one day ya kubu go one. Away killing Biafra. Biafra win the war. I want to cash in machine baby and fly combat fighter. Ọchịchị ga-esi n'aka otutu bịa onye eze, anyị chọrọ ọchịchị gọwa ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọchịchị ga-esi n'aka otutu bịa onye eze, anyị chọrọ ọchịchị gọwa ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Abụ onye amamihe, abụ onye amamihe, nne m nwa nwere akwụkwọ anụ ma bara onwe m anụ, wee ụra wee rapụcha kechie ya anya. Chineke I also welcome Sunday OT. Of course, Uchenna is joining us from Benue State in Nigeria. And Sunday OT is joining us from Lagos, Nigeria. Etches, of course, is listening to us now from Japan. Bright, right now, is joining us from Biafra land. And Sole Emmanuel Modisi also joining us from Biafra land as well. Others will be joining as we move on. We have our guests already who are not on the program. Like I said earlier on, 1 hour and we are through. Don't forget, we are right now on air from the studios of the Voice of Biafra International and, like you all know, the Biafra Broadcasting Authority. Both of them live right now from the city of Munich, Germany. We are with you. So, we so much welcome you this evening, and I have to announce I am your regular host, Ikenna Obibi. So, we are here always to give you information as we have them. Of course, you have to know that any information we give you is authentic. We don't deceive our people. We don't peddle lies. We don't insult, of course, because we have nothing against anybody in Biafra land. So, as we tell you the obvious, all the lies being peddled by the IPOB group of companies, we shall give you our roadmap to Biafra. Right now, our radio, FM, as well as our TV is broadcasting right now from the Biafra seat of power, Owerri. And since the commencement of this our particular broadcast, IPOB leadership, has entered the marketplace dancing naked. They do not feel comfortable at all with what we have so far achieved and continue to achieve. They have unleashed their propaganda machine, accusing the bim-massob family as well as its leadership of being saboteurs, of collecting money from the Nigerian government, of trying to impede the progress of Biafra. There is nothing they have not said, and there is nothing we have not heard from them except pull him down syndrome, pull him down mentality. But they have failed, and they will continue to fail. We are very much ahead of them. We have gone miles and miles ahead of them. They are just beginning what we call the upstarts. This is what we are doing and we shall continue to do. What we are calling is the unity of every Biafran. Biafrans generally, we want a unity of purpose where we shall come to a round table and discuss issues concerning Biafra. And of course, we have done this severally in the past. Very many other agitative groups came to a round table and discussed the way forward, except the flagelling IPOB that has not offered the Biafrans anything worthwhile. I feel bold, or rather let me say, we feel so much bold to tell our people that our radio is on, our frequency modulation is on from the city of Owerri, the Biafra headquarters. Much as we are still test running, we must make sure that in due course every part of Biafra land is covered. And this is the duty, the obligation we owe our people. Now, while people are rejoicing, popping up wine, commending the leadership of, bim-massob under his leadership, Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike, people indeed are commending him both from the Ibibio, the Efik, the Edo, the Anang, the Izons, the Ijos. They all come together to commend our leadership for making it possible for us to enjoy this particular facility. At least by so doing, we have saved our people from turning their data, listening to us, accessing the internet, and what have you. To God be the glory that we are now on air, and our people have every cause to rejoice. But while we are receiving messages of commendation and solidarity, while we are receiving messages of solidarity, commendation, some people are not happy with us. Gentlemen, I have to say, if you are the one playing that music there, please turn it down. So, while people are commending the efforts of the bim-massob family, led by Chief Rap Wazirike, the IPOB leadership, like a rat frightened out of the hole, is carrying out a campaign of calumny against us. I don't know, gentlemen, who is playing that music. Can people help us? Gentlemen, who is playing the music over there? Uchenna, check your background. Sunday, check your background. Echezna and Solly, you are the four persons online right now on this our particular platform. So how come that music is playing there? Yeah, I don't know why somebody is playing music there. It's quite unfortunate. We have advised ourselves on this severally, and yet people cannot, call themselves to order. Gentlemen, enough is enough. I mean, I can't say everybody, but the person that is causing this confusion. So thank you very much once again. We were saying something. IPOB leadership is now running amok. They are now accusing the bim-massob family, in particular Chifu Wazirike, of kidnapping, a marauder, somebody who has never had a house to rest, who moves from place to place, who has committed a series of atrocities against our people, who has no intention of achieving Biafra, even though day in, day out, he continues to dress himself in borrowed robes. Now, having lost favor with the people, he is now out to carry out a campaign of calumny
in order to win sympathy again. How come at this critical time somebody is talking about being kidnapped? Who kidnapped you? Where were you kidnapped? What were the reasons why you were kidnapped? We have not been told. It is not enough to say, of course, we agree, you were kidnapped. Not, you can't use the word kidnap, but we grabbed you, we seized you. You were seized, not kidnapped. Because if you were kidnapped, you would have seen the light of the day. But you were rather seized and later released after questioning. What happened? I wouldn't be in the studio to tell our people what happened. Members of the crew and other gentlemen who are from here and there are the ones to tell the world what the leader of a brigand did before he was supposedly seized. Like I said, we don't kidnap. Nobody is interested in that. On the strength of this, I welcome also Sunday Oti, Echusna once again, Emmanuel the Wabisi, and the Bright, of course, all of them join us from their various locations. So let me right now go to Owerri, where Sonny is. Sonny, are you online with us right now? Hello, Sonny. Of course, if Sonny is not there, okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Sonny. Now, the leader of IPOB London Limited is telling the whole world that he was some time ago kidnapped. Unfortunately, he has not bothered to tell the world why he was kidnapped. So could you please, having been an eyewitness and a member of Mazda for some time now, tell our people who are listening why this man was. We didn't kidnap him. Nobody kidnapped him. He was rather seized because of some misdemeanors carried out by him. He betrayed trust. He betrayed confidence. And because these things were done, there were reasons to call him to order, to invite him to give account of his own stewardship at that particular critical time. So then what could be the reason? Tell our fellow Biafras. Why? Don't mention his name because we don't want to give him that credit. Just mention IPOB London Limited leader. Why he was kidnapped, seized in Biafra land and later released. So over to you. Remember, we have only 1 hour for this particular broadcast. Only 1 hour. It is only on Monday we shall have the elaborate broadcast with the other results. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Like you said, nobody was kidnapped. Rather, he was being seized. He was arrested and being seized and asked questions about the money and everything given to him to run the Radio Defa London in 2009. The Radio Defa London was opened in 2009. I think Dr. Rafi was seated in the month of May. And on the process, it was handed over to him, and not up to 4 months, we begin to start that no money is given to him. And we have an evidence of every money being sent to him. On the process, he began to tell individuals that people should start sending money to him, that no money is there in London. Why every money has been paid, everything has been paid for. Even his house rent for the first time in London was paid for. So on the process, he kept on lamenting that no money. After 4 months, he was shouting that no money. He said to him that people should be spending money individual account number. And people were sending him money. On the process, not up to 2 months, the radio was shut down for inability of the payment because immediately he started shouting that no money is being given to him. Our leader ordered not to send money to him again. So on the process, not knowing that the room money given to him, that he packaged it for a special purpose. He started building his house with the very money we gave to him. It's almost about 15 million given to him. Then he started building his house in his father's house. That place is house. Not knowing on the process, he came out to got married. With the same money we gave to him to run our program. On the process, we got the information of what he's doing and we came to arrest him. He was arrested and seized. And when he was brought before our leader, he prostrated himself on the floor, begging, saying that he is going to pay every dime that he misused to the Biafra London. Our leader looked at him. At the end of the day, he told him that the only thing that they do criminals in England is to strip him naked. He was just stripping naked as bad picture. The way he was pleading, our leader asked our men to send him back. He was sent back. Without even doing anything, nothing was, he was not touched anywhere. So for him to just come and claim that he was kidnapped, who kidnapped him? And what ransom did he pay to be released? If he said that he was kidnapped, what ransom, what did he pay to be released? So there is nothing like kidnap. He was arrested for misusing of the money sent to him to run the Biafra radio in London. He used the money for his personal purposes. So he was not kidnapped in any way. Rather, he was arrested. And at the end of the day, he pleaded with he is going to pay back every dime he spent. We have the video, we have everything, we have so he was not kidnapped. Because if he said that he was kidnapped, that means that a ransom was paid before he was released. He was not kidnapped.
Yes, what
So
he goes about now is telling his own members, those who want to hear that he was kidnapped in order to curry favor, to garner sympathy and attention. You remember that his own influence is coming down day by day. Nobody ever regards him again. Everybody is now counting him, calling him unprintable names for deceiving Biafrans, using the name Biafra. So because nobody regards him now, and coupled with the fact that our radio, TV, right now are broadcasting at Wele, he decided now to come out with this particular madness. Remember, some time ago, and not long ago, let me put it that way, when people were forgetting him, throwing him into oblivion, he quickly released a porn picture in order to remain afloat once again. Just a week after, people forgot him. This time around, since we started releasing this our particular, broadcasting services, he has now realized that his own influence is finally gone. Now, for people to still have him in mind, his ebbing self, he now started talking about kidnap. Who kidnapped him? Nobody. Nobody will kidnap him. Otherwise, thank you, Sonny, for saying that if he was kidnapped, there would have been a ransom paid. But for the fact there was no ransom paid, then there was no kidnap. He was rather arrested like a common criminal. He was arrested. He begged, he pleaded, he cried, he knelt down. Out of sheer sympathy, he was released, but had to go home and sin no more. Unfortunately, when he got home, he multiplied his own atrocities. He sinned more and more and more. He was given the chance. Of course, when he came on board, he promised Biafrans, through fleeting propaganda, that he was going to get Biafra within 3 months. After 5 consecutive years, the man who promised heaven and earth is now, cruising in exile with no hope of coming to Biafra land again. And even from there, still deceiving his own valuable followers. We are telling this world to come back to the fold. We are going to reinstate you. We are going to make sure you pass through the reformatory and thereafter we get you reinstated. But what we are trying to tell Biafrans now is to let you know that nobody nobody kidnapped anybody. Otherwise, there would have been a ransom paid. But since there was nothing like that, he was rather Arrested. Arrested is the word. Arrested. He was arrested. So thank you so much for that particular information you have given to us. I don't know if Uchenna is listening to us now from Benue State, Makodi. Uchenna, are you there? Okay, Uchenna is not getting me. Echezona, my brother, you prefer to listen to them, which is good because I've really tried for us. I don't know, Echezona, if you are listening to us now. IPOB leader was saying that he was kidnapped. And Sonny has put the record straight that if he was kidnapped, there would have been a ransom. He would have paid some money before his release. But Sonny is saying, and which I agree with him, he was rather arrested to come and account for the money he misused. That is now, what do you have to say about this? Because Biafrans are listening. Since yesterday he came up with this, some people, of course, are abusing him, calling him all sorts of dirty names. That enough is enough with him. Even from Niger Delta, people are calling him to order, telling him that he's not the only person who need Bola de Biafra, that he should go home and sleep and stop disturbing the peace of Biafras. Echezona from Japan, what do you have to say?
So that I have only one word to say in this case. If he was kidnapped by Wazika Amazon, let him go straight to DSS or whichever authority that can take care of it to take care of it to go and arrest Wazika and Mazov members for kidnapping him. This is the best thing for him to do. Let him call for all the military people or whatever or police to take care of his case if he was truly kidnapped. Because this is just, I told you people before that now he can continue forging stories to defend his criminality. He stole, not he misused, because when he say he misused, it means he used the money in a wrong way, but he doesn't use the money at all. He pocketed the money which was given to him to take care of Biafra radio, which was with someone him for account and to explain how much the money was used. Or being a criminal and tried to, escape it and was really call him in order. So if he think he was arrested, I don't even know why he bring back the
Issue now, exactly. That's the question. How come
don't
this
even
issue is
know
coming up now?
why he bring it now, what happened after 2009 or what. After 10 years, he bringing it out. So, Gaga is only drawing sympathy from his brainwashed and foolish followers who knows nothing about Biafra. I said it before that the picture of Nnamdi and his wife was sent to internet by himself and his wife under the agreement just to draw sympathy. Likewise, what this one again, and he will send more things to draw attention of people. I told people that now they cannot will never speak about Biafra again anymore since people think it's joke. Isn't what he's saying these days has absolutely nothing to do with Biafra restoration. It's all about degree, all about election, all about just he doesn't mention Biafra anymore in his broadcast. All he's all us, telling people how Biafra will come or how to restore Biafra. All he keep on telling them on the radio is story, tell them all right, story here and there, story here and there, and nothing is coming out of him anymore. I thought you that the voice of Ghana has finished, has ceased.
Yes, so what
So,
I agree with you, Echezona, it's just like a vehicle, if you up, fuel, running on a major road somewhere along the line, the fuel got finished and nothing to move the vehicle again. This is how we see him. He has made a lot of noise in the past when he had the monopoly of our media. But now we have come to counter all his lies and he's now left empty. There's nothing more he can offer
Yeah.
Biafrans.
Okay.
Even
Yeah,
today,
maybe.
excuse me, Etienne, even today, I know I'm privy to some of their group chats. Some of their members were asking, how come their director is no more broadcasting? How come their director is not answering their questions? The many of them were coming out with a lot of questions for their director. Nobody was replying. And the frustration, got them embedded. They were saying, well, how come the leadership of IPOB is not answering their questions? How come somebody is talking for South Africa, but the Biafra is not giving them account of what is happening? Neither is their leader giving them account of what is happening. They are in the dark. They are in the dark, confused. This is what they are saying. Even one person had to say, if their leader has nothing more to offer them, he should please lead them back to Owazirike. That was what somebody wrote today in their group. If their leader is no more having anything to give to them, he should please lead them back to Owazirike. This is what they're saying. It is back to
Okay.
you in Japan.
He has nothing to offer and he's ashamed of himself. Now it is becoming clear to them that Biafra is not a good for Biafra. He should be telling them about the condition that was signed and delivered to him by now. But he's not saying anything about it. In no distance time, the the precondition Abraham will die. You know, it just Nigeria has absolutely nothing to offer to his people. He is just trying to draw attention and sympathy to himself. He's making it clear to them that he knows nothing about the struggle he engaged himself in. Today he's in Israel, tomorrow he's in Morocco, the other day he's in the other place. The truth is actually coming out because most of them are asking important questions which is supposed to clear them on. So kidnapping him or not kidnapping him is not the issue.
It's a distraction. It's a distraction, we agree.
I said it before, it's a distraction. Nobody kidnapped him, nobody touches him, nobody did anything to him. He was only called to give account on how he used the money. Today is May 30th, they sit at home, this and that. Why we
And
contributed
do you
to
think
the
anybody is going to obey that sit at home? Nobody.
no,
Forget all these
I
ones who are
told
just
you,
looking up and down, wasting their time.
okay.
Nobody is going to obey that.
Sitting at home was just he was just what he said by himself, knowing fully well that people have choose to sit at home not to go and die anymore. This remembrance day, he come up with it just useless as the most useless thing. It makes no sense. We contributed 57 million naira for him to be senator, a monument for us, where we will put the name of our heroes and put their statues and remember them every May 30th. But now they kind of embezzle the money as well. Is it was it that also kidnap him in that area also? After he didn't build anything since 2014, which he promised us that we must celebrate May 30th with that senator. He couldn't build it. And he promised us again that in 2015 that we must celebrate May 30th with our senator at Enugu. But being a criminal, in 2015 May 30th, he took it to Aba instead of Enugu because he knows that when they do it at Enugu, people will see the senator that nothing was paid and that people will ask questions. He now took it to Aba to celebrate May 30th at Aba. So let me put it this way. 57 million was gone just now, that was in our account without building anything. And the worst part of it that now the time shamelessly accused was leaking for destroying the senator. with Nigerian police, Nigeria and military. He said Nigerian military and Wazirike went to Enugu and destroyed the cenotaph. But before then, I have found out his criminality and his fake accused against Wazirike to destroy Wazirike and his own. Now, the dead we are remembering was meant to build a place, a kind of shelter for them, and then they kind of duped the dead people. He duped the dead people. He duped them, he deceived them, he fooled them, and tell us all lies against them. How will these people be happy? How will their spirit be happy putting out the canon? You dupe the living, you dupe the dead, you dupe the performances. Explain me, I don't know if how to put it. IPOB government is worse than Nigeria government. IPOB leadership is 100 times worse than Nigeria government. We come to pay 57 million for senators, he didn't build it. You build one pillar and break it by himself to accuse the Wazirike. Do you know that one Mr. Justice, when I was talking with one Mr. Justice in 2015, when they accused the Wazirike about breaking the senator, the man told me, I asked the man, the Mr. Justice, how do you people accuse Wazirike of this issue? He said yes, that Wazuke is innocent of that. Wazuke did not break any senator, but they want to use it to destroy him, to stop to stop disturbing Biafra's struggle. I said, then why do you do it? He said, yes, they are doing it to tarnish his image so that he will stay away from Biafra's struggle. I said, so you mean Wazuke did not do it? And he said yes. That was the person that told me that immediately they restored Biafra. The first thing they will do is to kill Wazirike. I said, wow, what? For what? He said, because Wazirike is a betrayer, this and that. You know, I gave this man my number and I tell him that I want to talk with him. We will have to discuss. In the next 30 minutes, the guy changed his name, everything about him on Facebook. When I come across him after few days, he changed the name, but I went back to my messenger as well that he's the same person that I have agreement with. I asked him, why do you change your name? He said, because of security issues. I said, Mr. Man, he's criminal like that, I can now understand. This was the guy they want to use to stop me from telling people the word, the truth about Nandikana. He do everything possible, but he failed. So my body can kidnapping him or not kidnapping him is not the issue. Letting now they cannot tell his free flow of the truth and explain to them how he use the money, both the money for senator, the money for defense fund, and other millions of money we pay into his account for Biafra restoration. Let him tell his people that he has no idea about Biafra. He knows absolutely nothing about Biafra and stay away like he said. You know, I said it long ago that the time will come that IPOB members should be coming back to what Israel said. He said that somebody said that if he has nothing to offer to them, let him lead them back to Owazunike. Him will not allow Nandika to do so. The lies he has told against Owazunike will not allow Nandika to do so. Now he's just forgetting about running up and down. I repeat it again. Let him Nandika also tell people where he kept his parents with Nigerian government for over 1 year and a half now. Because they claim that the Nandikano's parents was missing together with Nandikano on Operation Final Dance case. Up to today, Nandikano has reappeared in Israel for about almost half a year now. His parents are still nowhere to be found. Let him tell the world where he kept his parents. People like Mekana can use his parents rough, so rough, in the name of trying to keep his secret. He can do to anybody. He can do to anybody. But the problem they have now is how do they release this old man or old woman? That is the problem he's having with Nigerian government and British government now. How are they going to release these people? What are they going to be telling people when they come out of when they come out of when they come out of when they come out on the street? What will they be explaining to people where they were since where they were hiding or what happened to them or how were they kidnapped by the Nigerian government? What are they going to explain to people?
That is the
To
question
their,
already. That is the
to their
question.
family?
Why
How?
excuse me, Echesna. I quite agree with you. Why the parents are not out of captivity? Where I use the word captivity because they are not allowed to move freely anyhow. Otherwise, in a particular hotel where they are harbored by the Nigerian government, they are being well fed. But the other question now is if they come out, what are they going to tell all these their misguided elements? What are they going
Yeah.
to tell them? Where have they gone? After many people died because of that, in defense of a man who has no human feeling, people died believing that he was telling them the truth, never knowing that he was just a scammer, deceiving a whole lot of people. What are they
Yeah.
going to tell these people? How come the parents that were declared missing, even to an extent dead, how come they have been alive, healthy, being well fed, and are coming out? What question, what answer are they going to give? This is the problem.
That's why they kept him where they are. Even their next plan was to kill the parents. But another problem there is that when they kill them, before you bury them, like in Igbo culture, before you bury them, you must explain what happened to them. That is why they don't know what to do next. They don't know how to handle the issue. That's why they are still keeping these old men and old women.
You remember Exodus now. You know why one of the reasons again why the parents were whisked away was that he preempted that having abandoned the struggle, having sold out the struggle, having collected this post money and disappeared, if he left his own parents behind, agreed members would go after them. That was why he made sure he secured them before disappearing into thin air. That is true. That's right. You hold it there. So let's we contribute because, like I said earlier on, we are going to take only 1 hour for this broadcast. We are only going to 1 hour. Yeah. So let us go to Benue State. I'm sure Uchenna Okeke is there. Of course, after Uchenna Okeke, we move on to Lagos. Sunday OT is there. From Lagos, we move on to Port Harcourt. Back to Wore, where Bright is. So Uchenna Okeke, are you online right now?
Ana m ekele gị bụ onye isi anyị nke si mba Germany wee na-agbasa ozi ụbọchị nke taa.
Ọ dị ka ebe isi na-agba ya okwu.
Uchenna Okeke nke si obodo Naijiria wee na-esi ọnụ n'okwu nke anyị nọ n'ụta. Okwu nke anyị nọ.
Okay, Uchenna, ọ dị ka ebe isi na-agba ya okwu na go ahead of service over there. Ọ dị ka ị ga-etiri nwa obere and we'll come back to you. Ọ naghị adị clear ma ọ dịghị clear. Maybe we have to give yeah, it's very poor. Let us go to Port Harcourt where Valentine is. Let us go to Port Harcourt. Valentine, over to you. Hello, who's the caller online? Hold on, please. Gentlemen, please hold on. Hold on, please. Hold on. Let me know who's online. Yeah, hold on, please. Hello.
This is it.
Yeah, hello, who's
This
online?
is from Lagos.
Oh, yeah, what are you Zobiko?
I'm everything to be
Okay,
from Lagos.
okay, in the war,
No,
Biko, biko,
yes, from Lagos.
I na-agba number. Anyị na-ekwu okwu na redio anyị na TV right now. Ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ya bụ ofu onye pụtara na-asị na ndị bim-massob mere kidnap na ha siziri ya na-enweghị ihe ya mere. Anyị na-asị ụwa na ọwa asị nwere onye kidnapụrụ ya kama na e mere ya arrest maka na o riri ego ndị bim-massob nyere ka o ji na-ekwu okwu maka na redio ebinyere ya. Ọ bụ ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ya. Anyị na-agwa ndị ụwa na bim-massob anaghị kidnap mmadụ ma ọlị ma ọlị. Kama onye eme ihe ọjọọ eme ya arrest jụọ ya ajụjụ na ọ bụ ihe anyị mere onye otu ndị IPOB bụrụ ego ndị Massob gwa ya gbara gị ọsọ. Ọ bụ ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ya. Kedu ihe bụ ike ịgba ndị Biafra generally ma ọ bụ ihe ndị anyị na-ekwu ma ọ bụ ihe ndị ọzọ ibu n'uche ịgba ndị Biafra ka ịgwa anyị maka na ị na-ekwu na redio anyị ugbu a.
Ọ dịrị m ekele gị ọfụma. Ekele m unu kelekwa onye ọbụla na-ekwu okwu na ekwentị dịka. Biko, ihe a ibe dịka ikwu akpọme adagụrụ ya na net. Ọ ihe mgbagwoju anya nwere onye ọbụla. Onye na-akị m na-ekwu.
Anyị na-anụ.
Ihe ọbụla gbasara Nnamdi Kanu. Nwa na nwunye m anọ m mbọsọ bịara Lagos ime ya grup ya. Were nye na parenti anyị maka akịka akwụkwọ wee nye ego na Lagos na sponsọbiliti. Nkwute n'ogoro taa ọ dị na-akpọtụrụ ya na-akọ ihe ebe a bụla Chineke na finance ụlọ n'ime ya. Na ọ bụ na ndị mba ụwa onye nke ntị ha ga-ntị na redio Massob gee ntị mara ihe anyị na-agụ ha ka ihe ha na-akụ abụ eziokwu utu na ndị ha anọ mgbe ndị otu m na-eme ndị wee kọpụtara ndị otu ọtụtụ na dọkta akụkọ ahụ gbasiri ya arrest. I think that the kidnap boy has come out of trying out to what the reason was to do it in Banaga. Well, you guys do it, what is the matter? No, what is not to every to take as much as it is not that I hope it's not. I'm not saying almost like I came out of that every woman. I want to do one to be much like with that. They have to look at the right now. No, like you don't matter why you're to be, you can do it up even. So, yes, you could not, you could organize that next week to get back and go by it.
Amen. Chukwu emego amara ya ebe ọ na-redio anyị na-ebido n'ụwa na-ekwu okwu n'Owerri. TV anyị na-ekwu okwu n'Owerri. Anyị ejerugo. Anyị na-asị ekele dịrị Jehova ebe. Amen. Thank you very much for talking to us from Lagos. We really appreciate what you have said, and Biafrans around the world have heard what you said. What we are informing our people is that nobody was kidnapped. Rather, he was arrested for embezzling money given to him to do some work for Biafra actualization. And we are using this particular opportunity to equally warn everybody. We are working as a team. Nobody has got the right to embezzle money that belongs to Biafran people. Whoever does it shall be brought to justice. Or if we can't bring that person to justice, we bring justice to that particular person. So if he was arrested for embezzling our money, we are equally telling him, of course, Biafrans in diaspora right now are saying it in clear terms that all the monies contributed for senator, which is around 50-something million, and more than 600 million Biafrans contributed worldwide to purchase defense materials. They are going to account for them. Nobody shall take our monies away and disappear, thinking that we are going to leave it that way. Nothing shall be swept under the carpet. The enemies are encircling us. The herdsmen are there, ISIS there, Boko Haram people making series of incursions into Biafra land. Yet money contributed for defense developed, I don't know whether it developed weeks or years and disappeared. We are saying from diaspora that a time shall come when this gentleman shall be called to tell Biafrans what happened to the money given to you. It is a matter of time. Let us move them to, let me say, Port Harcourt. By the time we go there, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm in Lagos.
Okay, yeah. We have Biafrans have had you, of course. One other person is talking from Port Harcourt right now. By the time we got you, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to greet fellow Biafrans all over the world that are hooked up to our program tonight. Yeah, tonight we want to clear some air on the issue of kidnap, the issue of embezzlement of funds from Masop Force. Uh, Sometime in 2010, we arrested one of our members, though he was our member at that time, and we made him the director of our radio to take care of the radio, to be at the head of affairs about the radio Biafra London, which was built at that time. Now, money is being sent from Biafra land to make sure the radio is on air because this radio is not on FM at that time. So it goes around the world. So everybody hears it and it speaks on weekly basis. Now, when this money was sent to this young man ate this money. And this radio was not talking only once in a week. The leader of Masop, being the Biafra president, Chief Dr. Rafu was really, had to ask a question. He said, why is this radio talking for once? This young man's answer is that the money he said was not enough. The chief had to travel to London. After a series of meetings, he came back. He now invited this young man to come back to Biafra land so that we discuss and know the way forward and know what to do so that this radio will be talking, so that people will be hearing issues, activities, and what have you that is about to happen in Biafra land. Now, this young man came back. Instead of coming to see the leader of Maso, he went and started having meetings with politicians. He went to Abuja. He had meetings with Dodges Okaro and the rest of them. He went to Anambra. He went to Lagos. He even came to Port Harcourt because he had meetings with us in Port Harcourt. And at the meeting, he told us that the leader of Maso had betrayed, that he is no longer fighting for Biafra. This was what he told us in Port Harcourt in town before we had meetings with him. Then after all these things, we also contributed money and gave to him. But we now have to make calls to know if what he said is the truth. And we found out that this young man lied to us. It was now when he now came for his traditional marriage, which Chief of the Life was gave him 450,000 to carry out the wedding activities, to prepare all he needed for the wedding. That Masop members now went and did what? Arrested him for fraud. He was arrested for fraud. He was not kidnapped. He was arrested for eating Masop money. Money meant for the radio. Because the issue came up that he was kidnapped, he did this, he did that, he was jittery because the radio has come up and the television. That now all his activities will be laid to air that people will know. He started trying to divert people's attention. It's not about attention diversion. It is about the truth. It is about facts. It is about telling people what happened, what transpired. And what we are saying tonight is what transpired because we are involved. Now, after the arrest, he was released and left to go back. I listened to the radio that week. He told people that they should join Master, but they should stop paying dues. That Owasulike after that, he was released to court in Federal High Court Owerri, which Owasulike came with all the required documents. And after that, Owasulike won him in court. Now, we are also saying that anybody that hates Biafran funds, anywhere the money is being contributed, no matter the group, we care less to know, you must give account of that money. Be it Senota, be it Evidozobodo, be it welfare money, be it defense fund, be it whatever name it has. Those monies must be accounted for because those monies are not yours. It belongs to Biafrans and you must give account. So tonight we want to let our people know that we are working towards a nation where fraud will not be accommodated, towards a nation where everything will be laid bare. All eyes will see your works. Your work will show you where you will belong. Not a place where you will use lies, deceit, and propaganda to hold people down, to make them believe you are whiter than white, why the devil is better than you. No, it's not accepted. You must show us that you are white through the works of your hands, not through the words of your mouth, no. But through the things, your actions, your reactions, everything you do must portray your whiteness, must portray your holiness if you are really holy. Not by telling people lots of stories without actions. Not by telling people that you will fly to the moon and to the sun and to this without any action. No. Not that telling people you will feel cenotab without laying a stone, a foundation stone. No. So tonight we are making our people to understand that nobody was kidnapped. Rather, the young man was arrested for fraud, which he ate millions that was sent to him to transfer for our radio to be on air. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Valentine Ogode from Port Harcourt. We have really elaborated more on this particular issue, and our people indeed are listening and equally sharing our video for the whole world to hear us, for the whole world to understand. And that is true. We shall keep on informing our people. We must never, ever relent. This is the promise. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was kidnapped. Nobody was kidnapped. Rather, somebody was arrested for embezzlement of bim-massob money. And that is it. So to those people who are peddling lies, trying to garner sympathy or attention, you have failed, you have missed your mark, and you will continue to miss your mark. This is the promise we are giving to you. If you like, write any trash and post to us. We are unmoved. There is nothing good we are expecting from you. You are like stench. Nothing good comes out from you. You smell death. There's nothing good. You're a rubble. There's nothing good we are expecting from you except the dirtiness that oozes from you from time to time. So those of you who go all up and down, sorry please, trying to whitewash a grave, you are wasting your time. In that grave you are painting white, there is a decaying body, a decaying corpse buried inside. Take it or leave it. We have gone a long way. The bim-massob family has gone a long way. We have achieved much. We have done much that demand commendation. Take it or leave it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Die out of frustration. We remain unperturbed. Let us move on to Owen again and see if Bright is there. Bright, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here with you guys.
Yeah, please.
Yes,
So, what's their contribution to what we are discussing, Bright?
okay, thank you, my brother. And thank you everybody that is hearing my voice now. I don't have much to say that there was nothing like kidnapping in the picture at all. And nothing like that. Master Pastor Ben has this he has security and chief order for his arrest because of his misbehavior and dishonest. You know?
Go on,
But
please.
one thing, hello?
Go on, please. We are listening to you.
Yes, what I'm saying, chief order for his arrest. Nothing like kidnapping in the picture at all. Chief order for his arrest because of his misbehavior and dishonest. If anybody knows by now, the people supposed to know that when it comes to that young man, don't want to call his name, he had this first class of lies. He knows how to lie, how to brainwash. Something that happened since 2009, 2010. He's now bringing up in 2009 and 2019. Does it make sense? It makes sense. And honestly, I really appreciate today's topic. You open some what they call IPOP, as you call them, IPOP group of content. As for them to know, they are not following anybody. They are just being, as in they are being worried. Nobody, and they didn't have any skill or a leader. You know, the earlier they know this, the better for them. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, you got it rightly. He's just an attention seeker. Even Russell Blue Jack called him attention seeker. His own influence is waning day by day, and he just wants to do anything, no matter how dirty, to remain afloat. That is why he delved into the archive to dig out a story of long ago, thinking that he's going to whitewash him. No, he's not going to whitewash him. Rather, just like a tattoo, it makes your body look dirty, unkempt, and repulsive. This is what he had just succeeded in doing. Remember, Apostle Suleiman some time ago said it that this man will soon face international disgrace. People doubted him. They called him false prophet. Whether he spoke out of his own intuition or whatever, I do not know. But the only thing I know is that what Pastor Suleiman said some time ago has come to manifestation. So at the end of it all, the one-time strongman supremo of the flagelling IPOB is now ebbing into nothingness. And Biafra shall begin to organize a memorial circuit to say no criminalities. Farewell to IPOB, farewell to deceptions, farewell to brigandage, farewell to fraud and what have you, farewell to saboteurs who use the name of Biafra to deceive our people. We say farewell to all of you. Carry your frustrations and get back home, but sin no more. But if you sin again and we apprehend you, we must make sure we get you well disciplined. Let us move on to Lagos, Sunday Oti. Are you online with us? Hello, Sunday Oti.
Yes, I'm online.
Yeah, what contribution do you have to make on what we are discussing this evening?
Yes, I'm online on this one. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or wherever you are. The Biafran people and the well wishers of Biafra, I greet you all. I want to make one thing clear. You can deceive some people at some time, but you cannot deceive all the people at all the time. The truth is that the person you are talking about has nothing to offer. Right from the one, I do tell people that he has nothing to offer, that at the time the lies in his mouth will finish and people will know the stuff.
It's already finished.
Is
Let me say it is already finished. The lie is already finished.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly, it has, and that's why he is looking for chief popularity now. Now, how did this happen? It was on 2009 when Radio Biafra was opened in London, though I don't want to repeat what others have said. But it is not even only the maintenance money that he ate. Even the people that are working with them, like Dr. Egemba, Dr. Tabo, Wanda Wadachi, and others, he only paid them for just 2 months. Then the remaining months, he seized all their money. And that was when one of them reported to our leader, and our leader called him and asked him about that. He told our leader that he should take care of what is happening in Biafra land, that he will take care of what is happening in London. And our leader asked him, wow, it's like it's now a combined business that I don't understand. He said that he has told him. Then when he came down for his marriage anyway, when our leader invited him to come, he didn't come, he refused to come. Then he sneaked to come in to do his wedding. That was when he was apprehended. And after questioning and all the rest, he pleaded and pleaded and pleaded. He was released and though was stripped naked and captured with photograph and videos, which at the end, that was what prompted him. Though before then, he has been having meeting with some Nigerian politicians, and plus Nigerian politicians now, immediately they saw that opportunity, they didn't didn't waste time in grabbing it, thinking that they have seen the shortest cut to destroy Wazir and the Biafra. But unfortunately, though they tried their possible best, but they did not succeed. So all these things, one of it was later I know that it was even not Joseph Khan that made his father community king or whatsoever.
Yeah, that is true.
So it was not Joseph Khan. It was not Joseph Khan that led him to other top politicians, and they trust them now. They gave him a lot of money to make sure that he destroyed Wazirike, Masop, and the Biafra. So that was all the game he has been playing all this while, masquerading himself as he's seeking for Biafra actualization. But we that know, because I sat one on one with him when he came to Lagos, I know the way the truth is that these former people, they are always, they are always so sweet. You think that it is so like you know that they are happy. If you are somebody that studies somebody psychological, you will know that the man can manipulate both of them there and sit there and so with you. I told our people that this man will not let you destroy. As our people they will tell you, I told them that this man will not let you destroy because I studied him. I know what he was up to. And as I said it, that was how it happened. Immediately he went back to London, he changed to something else. That was after his meeting with the politicians anyway. Before he came back and he was arrested, questioned, and then later released. So now that he is calling for now that he is reminding people that he was arrested or that he was kidnapped, I wonder, my brother Felipe Baba said if he was kidnapped, let him say the amount he paid for ransom, or he should tell us who rescued him from the hand of the kidnappers. Because kidnapper cannot kidnap you and freely release you to go like that, except if he don't know the meaning of kidnap. But if he really knows, that means he is either he's not telling us the truth, or he's not telling his member the truth, or he's lying to himself. That's what I just want to chip in there. But the fact remains that Broken Bottle has no nepotism. His own, he has gone forever. He is not coming up again, no matter the propaganda he may use. And I want to also use this opportunity to inform our people, our members, and the Biafrans in general that the era of propaganda has gone. We are in the real business now. Let us tell ourselves the simple truth. We shouldn't allow people to deceive us with propaganda or this. We have gone beyond that. So that's what the little I have to contribute. Because of time, let me allow others to contribute too.
Thank you very much, Sunday Oti, talking to us from Lagos. Of course, you have said it all. Just like any other person has said, there was no kidnap, rather arrest. And arrest is legal. If you commit any crime against your own society, against your own nation, you can be arrested. And that was what happened to the itinerant IPOB leader. Of course, the members are here, listening in hundreds, talking as usual, the rubbish in the nation. We don't regard them at all. We cannot longer be giving them attention. We have gone beyond this level they are operating. Judy Chijoke, are you online with us? If Judy Chijoke, then I don't know if Ume Maslenos is still with us. Ume Maslenos.
Yes, all Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, fellow crew members.
Good evening, everyone listening to us right now. I thank you for the opportunity to address our people concerning this particular issue. Because when I came across that write-up, I was like, anyway, I laughed because it was poorly constructed. Initially, it was like addressing a particular individual, maybe a bim-massob member. But somewhere along the line, I started seeing him addressing the leader of bim-massob. So I said, it is only truth that remains steady, that remains straight. Whenever somebody is lying, you will see, if you are observant enough, you will notice that all what he will be saying will differ. And that was exactly what I noticed. And immediately I came to conclude that yes, actually he is a drowning man. Because a drowning man will be looking for whatever he can lay hold of.
Exactly.
He is a drowning man. Because just like he tried on the part of Asari Dokobo, and we all saw the video Asari released, how it went between them. So he's just trying to lay hold of anything that he thinks that can clear his image somehow. But unfortunately, all what he's trying to lay hold of are things that will be exposing him to more and more. Because some of his leaders, it's highly unfortunate that they don't even know the person they are following.
That is true.
And one funny thing with them is that they don't know the person and they can't even ask questions. They can't ask questions. Sometimes when people call him a great liar, I say, no, he's not a great liar. He's not a great liar. He doesn't even know how to lie. Because if you see somebody that can lie, when the person tells you lie today, if you let 10 years, call that person, he will still tell you the same lie when he told you 10 years back. In order to make you get confused. But in his own case, he's not that type. When he tells you something today, tomorrow ask him a question about that, he will tell you a different thing. So I don't see him as a great liar. He doesn't even know how to lie. If you want to know how to lie, if you come to me, let me teach him how to lie. So that is what it is. But it's I'm feeling for those who are still holding him as that Almighty, because they refuse to listen to words of wisdom. They refuse to listen to the truth that can set them free from that monster that they are beholding. Because they see that the way they see him, I don't know. I don't think it is only the oath that they took, because majority of the people that are still believing in him didn't take that oath. But I just don't know what is still making them to believe that.
Let me cut in. I don't think he just oath, but it's foolishness. It's foolishness. Oath does not hold anybody bound. Foolishness can hold anybody spellbound. It's foolishness.
Exactly. So that is the thing. Because when I get marveled when I see somebody, you are telling the person the truth with every evidence of ground. Yes, the person refuses. I was a few days ago. I saw a particular wise saying that was trying to describe an idiot or define an idiot, and he said an idiot is somebody who sees the truth and refuses to believe that truth and hold firm to the lie. That is an idiot, and it's unfortunate that we have a lot of them. We have a lot of them as far as this issue is concerned. So anybody that sees that fight up and begin to believe what he said here, I will always ask the person, the other ones you believed years, how many of them have come to become truth? You can imagine what they are coming on. I asked one of them. Now you people are campaigning for 30th May sit at home in honor of your fallen heroes. You sit at home to honor those who you have used their name to defraud the citizens.
Exactly. That is very, very true. I agree with you.
That is, I don't. If these dead heroes, if these our fallen heroes should rise to give this man a knock on his head.
And excuse me, let me continue again. Remember, more than 50 million was contributed for Senator, where these heroes will be
Yes, I'm aware.
and he meddled away with this particular money. How does he expect the spirits and souls of all these departed heroes to look at him? That is why he keeps on running. But the question is, how long will he run? That's the question. So, go on to the master.
All right. Yeah. Yes. Actually, because all what you see, I think Bright was speaking from over. Was asking why bring it up the issue. Why should he bring it up this time? Yeah, because he's looking for something to divert attention. He has seen that every attention is now focusing on our radio television.
Exactly.
At all. So he's now looking for something he can use to divert people's attention from there.
And
Because
calling them, of course.
people's attention. The moment people's attention go to that radio and television at all, then a lot of his followers would begin to understand the truth they failed to understand the months or years back. So he's afraid of that. He's afraid that is why he's trying to bring up this one. But this one cannot even bring enough diversion of attention because a drowning man, all those weeds he's trying to grab cannot save him because anywhere he goes will even be pulled out and he'll keep drowning until. But my prayer is this because I used to say the only thing that will make majority of this his gullibles understand or believe is by the time we will sit him in our television live broadcast and be asking him questions to explain to Biafrans and the whole world all these things we are saying now. That is when you see people beginning to, as a matter of fact, maybe before that broadcast will end, a lot of crowd will be waiting at the entrance to the station, waiting for him to come out so that they will share his every part of his body to themselves. So that is just what I'm waiting for. Because definitely, I'm praying God that it will happen. So, my fellow Biafrans and lovers of Biafra, it's good that this topic came up this evening or this night so that we can throw a little light to those things that happened that we even ignored because when all these things were happening, we saw it then as distraction. I think Dr. Nafu was thinking just every distraction that came his way, he would just put them aside. And now I think that the appropriate time for us to discuss them are just coming up little by little, just as he himself has thrown up this one that we're discussing. There are a whole lot to be discussed, but at the appropriate time, we'll be bringing them one after the other. Thank you very much for the opportunity to address my people this night.
Thank you so much indeed. At the appropriate time, one after the other, we shall continue to unbundle all the lies fed our people within the years. We are going to unbundle all of them. Let nobody be afraid. Let no one be afraid. If you don't have skeleton in the cupboard, you don't have skeleton in the cupboard, you don't need to fear. But if you have, there are reasons for you to fear. Let's just follow this. Some of the members are writing in to say we should stop washing our dirty linens in the public. But these are the members who read the lies, the fabrications by their misguided leader. They were dumb, they were mute when their leader accused our own leadership of kidnapping him when he was not kidnapped for a reason there was no ransom paid. Rather, he was arrested. He was arrested having committed the crime of embezzlement of Mazon money. So the Mazon leadership was duty bound to arrest him for questioning. Nobody kidnapped anybody. So those of them who are peddling lies, we are now re-informing you. And when you come here to say we are washing our dirty linens in the public, no. You should have addressed your leader first, who started this madness. He started it all, going into the archive to dig out what we have forgotten long, long ago, to refreshing our memory, thinking that he's going to get upper hand or some advantages over us. It's not possible. Nobody, we keep on saying it, nobody has any monopoly of propaganda Or if you think that this is an era when you alone had our media, it's all a lie. You are still living in delusion. You have to wake up from oblivion, from that forgetfulness, and come back to reality. We are now facing reality, and that is it all. So, if you come out now to peddleize against us, we are here to bring it to a standstill. There was a time it was possible. There was a time it was possible when you could say or do anything and get away free. It is not this time around. We are equal to the task, more than equal, and we are prepared to level any mountain standing as obstacle on our way to Biafra. This idea of calling everybody saboteur, saboteur, when indeed you are the real saboteur, can no longer be tolerated. We have taken much from you and we can no longer take any more. We are prepared now to go extra miles. The time when they say a madman will drag their clothes and run away, you leave. No, send their dog after him. If you cannot run after the madman, send their dog, and their dog will teach him a lesson. This is what what is happening right now. So you cannot just come out and begin to talk blah blah blah, talk jazz, and think that we are going to be silent, and then you let loose your boys, your misguided boys, and you think they can come here to fight us. What do you mean? They're watching dirty leaders in the public. One year leader watched. What was that? It wasn't dirty living. We are trying to correct the lies, to unbundle the lies being told everywhere. Telling lies can never make you remain relevant. It is impossible. We are here to give you your hot seats, and that is the essence of this particular broadcast. Thank you so much. Jude Chijoke is just joining us. Jude, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we are trying to unbundle all the lies being peddled by IPOB leadership. And of course, before the let me see if Dr. Chukwuma Jamba is online. Dr. Jamba, you are welcome to the program. So, while we are welcoming him, Jude Chijoke, what have you to tell our fellow Biafrans regarding this issue of kidnap? There was no kidnap. We are talking, he was arrested, and that was so. No arrest. So, what message, what information do you have for Biafrans? Make it brief, because I said earlier on, this broadcast is going to last for only 1 hour, and we have consumed an hour already. Jude Chijoke.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And first of all, I will just make it simple. Whatever that is happening presently shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. All this is coming simply because the bim-massob has finally launched, his radio and the TV presently at their way. So whatever that he will come up with is just to create another controversy, probably to see if he can get a public sympathy. But eventually, the people that he's dealing with are people that that expelled him. He was expelled from Moscow. But before he was expelled, there was something that happened. Those things that happened is what a lot of people didn't know. For example, he was arrested. When I say arrested, you can't embezzle money that was sent for you to run a radio over there in London, believing that you can do that the name of struggle and then walk away scot-free. But eventually, after doing all those things, he think he's going to go free on that road. But eventually, he was apprehended. Even the Nigerian police were all aware. And due to his member of much of that particular moment, they all simply hands off. And he was interrogated. In the process, they discovered that he's never is sincere person, is a fraud, and he's not a person that be trusted. And even a lot of people pleaded on his behalf. Even the same Alhaji Nasai Dokubo that they have included on the list of people that they are insulting today. They pleaded for the bim-massob to let him go, just to allow him go
to not to harm him. So he was treated just like a common criminal, and they left him, they just let him to go. But this is still not to come. What is he saying today that he was kidnapped? I don't think there is any sense in that particular statement because his family never actually paid any ransom. His relations, his towns, and his villages, they knew him. Anybody that knows that that guy is just, they call him Western Union of a person. If you know his history, you will know that what he was appointed to do, he failed. He failed woefully, and he thought he's going to probably make more money by using the same radio to declare himself a leader. We have seen it all. You are going about running about all the world, disgracing our struggle, disgracing the struggle in the name of people are seeing it that he's promoting our struggle, but eventually he has linked our struggle to various groups. Eventually, today now, we are now being tied to terrorism. When you talk of terrorism, being you cannot make yourself. We see that they say IPOB, proscribe terrorists in Nigeria. So why should in anything Biafra have to be linked to terrorists in the first place? It's very quite unfortunate and disappointing. But what that is coming up today, I'm not surprised. I saw the whole media, or I saw the whole thing that was coming because there's a lot of panic. There's a lot of, a lot of people seem to have realizing the truth now. I thank God for that. I keep on thanking God. There is still more to come. I've seen a lot of write-offs. I've seen a lot of people who used to be on the scam presently today. Their eyes are open. They never could really believe that this man was even once a bim-massob member. Not even knew that man was, paid and asked him to operate the radio on their behalf. But today, they think that the whole radio opening is all about business. It's very quite unfortunate, I must say. But I thank God that the whole thing is being exposed. And I believe it's a question of time where are going to expose the whole lies that he has told, their followers. So thank you very much, Ikemna.
Thank you so much, Joke. You have really made equally a wonderful contribution to the topic of the day. Like we stated earlier on, we are not so much interested in bringing any particular individual to disrepute. We only come here to reply to certain allegations made against our leadership, against our group. We detest anybody peddling lies, telling the whole world what is not true. What we have to inform is at the time when somebody could monopolize, let us first of all covet our radio, monopolize it, and use it against his own principle. That time has gone and gone forever. We are now prepared to face challenges. We are not strange to challenges and we are prepared for that. The essence of our broadcast should not be to attack the individual, but when the individual behaves like an animal, we send him to the zoo. This is what we are doing. Enough of deceiving our people, enough of peddling lies. Remember, some time ago, the same individual went to court, calling our leader, he was there as a mask, trying to testify against him. What madness was that? Series of lies, Chibo and Ozo. All we had happened at IBS in those days, in the days of Loma Jugoji, Chibo and Ozo. From the lips of this clamorous individual, we hear one thing or the other, day in, day out. At the end of it all, nothing substantial comes out from him except shadows and miseries. Nothing good, nothing promising. Every promises made at the moment when one was drunk, when he came to reality back to his own senses, he forgot making promises to Biafra land. Today, in a particular forum, his members were asking, how come their leader, their director, is no more talking? Has he gone back to, let me say, to the cooler or what? They asked series of questions, demanding answers. Nobody was giving them answers, and somebody was bold enough to say, let's be repeat. One of their members today around 11:35 a.m. One of their members was bold enough to say, if their leader cannot tell them anything tangible, if their leader cannot answer their numerous questions, he should quietly lead them back to Wazirike, where he brought them out from. That he should quietly, wisely lead them back to Wazirike. That was what one of their members said today in their group chat. Lead us back to Wazirike, where we were, and let us follow him. Because everything you condemn this man for, is the thing you are doing today, doing even worse. What this innocent man never did, he came and deceived us using vile propaganda. We believed you just because we had Biafra in mind. At the end of it all, what happened? The money for Snake Camp disappeared, the defense fund disappeared. You went in hiding where you were. You were enjoying and they led our people to the streets to demonstrate and to die. The case of our women who were naked on the streets of Owerri, arrested, detained, imprisoned. You were aware of it all. You only wanted Blue Jack Roselle to organize a kind of gathering where people will be talking about their disappearance, when indeed you were somewhere monitoring events. Fellow compatriots, we cannot continue to deceive ourselves in this our own renaissance Biafra. The time for us to keep on facing reality has come. We shall no longer tolerate any individual's excesses in the name of Biafra. We would no longer keep silent. We would no longer remain dumb when these glamorous individuals or these glamorous individuals continue to denigrate and tarnish the image of Biafra. The world is looking at us and monitoring us. The world is no more taking us serious because of the vile propaganda of a certain individual. You say one thing today, you say another tomorrow. We can no longer walk free on the streets of Europe, of America, and Asia. People now laugh at us. We have become a laughing stock because you have brought down Biafra to the diminutive essence that it means nothing again to those who care to know. Our friends are deserting us. Our enemies are gathering. The herdsmen are there. The Boko Haram people are there. The ISIS are there. Where are they? After giving us the fake promises of going to defend Nigeria. Oh, there was a time it was that if Nigerian government should attack to kill any of our members, we are going to kill 100. Invariably, what has happened? Let me say, the reverse is the case. The Nigerian government came and even killed 100. Not even one Nigerian was killed. Python dance came there and chased everybody away. The General Supremo had to escape through the wall. What happened? Many people, died. Oh my God. How long shall we continue to deceive our people? Enough is enough, we are saying. You deceived us. Atiku was from Cameroon. He gave you money. He's from Adamawa. Buhari is from Sudan. At the end of it all, SCPC gave me money. You said DNA. From DNA, you fizzled out. Where is the referendum? Oh my God! What is the election boycott? Numerous promises died at the very moment of trying to get them fulfilled. How long shall this continue? We must put an end to this madness. We must put an end to this rubbish. We must not allow this to continue to thrive in Biafra land. We must bring them to a halt, and halt we must bring them to. Enough is enough. No particular individual shall hold the entire Biafrans to ransom. We shall no longer tolerate it. This is the message we are passing across to you. Thank you so much, members of the bim-massob family. Thank you, his able leader, our able leader, Chief Dr. Rapo Wasike, who made it possible for us to be broadcasting from here right now. Let me inform fellow Biafrans compatriots that in the days to come, precisely 22nd of May, we are marching out to celebrate our day, our Heroes' Day. We are getting prepared. We are going to astound the world. We are going to overwhelm all our detractors. We are going to tell them that we have come to be. This our 22nd celebration shall go beyond the 22nd. We are going to march on to the 28th up to the 30th when we shall crown it all with the Biafra cultural music and dances. HS na Udeze, try and run up. Over to you.
Okay, no, okay, okay, so this, May 22 is our independent day, which was really clear, not to remember.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
To remember our hero, the only way to remember our hero is when we restore Biafra and we remember them and then their spirit will be happy. Yes. Their spirit will be happy.
Thank you so much thank you for that correction,
Remembering them is like opening their wounds because the country which they have died, which they died for has not been restored. So the only way to celebrate our hero was when Biafra we celebrate it in a free field where nobody will praise us or shoot us for celebrating them. There's no need of remembering them now. Remembering them now is like opening the grave to see them and we will start crying again. That's why it's to console ourselves. When we restore Biafra and Biafra is here, we will see the reason to celebrate these people, to honor these people who have free home. Just celebrating them now is like a servant trying to become a master in his master's home. Let's get freedom, then we'll talk about how to celebrate these people in a grand style. Because I understand that America came up to do boss, to deceive Biafra and to do boss and take our money away from them. Robert, thank you.
Originally, May 30th was the correction of Ojubu's depression, man.
Yeah, that is true. We are in our independence. So that is it. We have informed you, gentlemen, our fellow Biafrans, compatriots around the globe. Like I said earlier on, we never intended this evening's broadcast, but because we wanted to put record straight, that is why we hurriedly put up this particular broadcast. Be it for 1 hour, but right now we have exhausted almost 2 hours. So, fellow compatriots, from the studios of the Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority, City of Munich, Germany, Lieutenant of Media Gunner has been here and command. Thank you so much, Echet Nakudete, joining us from Japan. Thank you so much, Sunday Oti from Lagos, Ume Masinos from Lagos, Jude Chijoke equally from Lagos. Thank you so much, Ucheno Keke from Benue State, Market to be precise. Thank you so much, Valentine Ogodi, Port Harcourt. Thank you, our caller who did so from Lagos. To all of you who are online this evening with us, even to our detractors who are there and busy because there's nothing more they can do. We say thank you for listening. Thank you, no so welcome. Thank you, thank you, all of you. Of course, let me see. Thank you, Engineer Dr. Innocent Amadi, Bilia Human Rights President. He is watching and say a very good word. Keep it up. And of course, the very many of you who are here this particular evening, we say to each and every one of you, thank you 1,000 times. To those who say we are watching 30 minutes in the public, no, not like that. We are rather trying to put records straight. And that is what we are doing. Thank you, Kenneth Wekunen, for saying God bless Biafra. Thank you, Omeje Remigius. Of course, you say, my bim-massob leads others follow. And of course, bim-massob has led Biafrans to its capital. Thank you for saying that. Of course, thank you, Operator Chetachi, for supporting us. All of us are here. And then Sunday, they say, God bless Biafra. God bless bim-massob. Thank you, all of you, for being part of this particular broadcast. Until we meet again, probably during the weekend. But do not forget, we have a special talk with a Biafran jewel of the shrine. Let me use that word shrine. I know what I mean. I will explain when Monday comes. The lady, the Biafran comedian, and that Biafra we call her, who is now about to be part of our own struggle in full force, willing to mobilize our people using her comedy. Ada Jesus, you know her. Ada Jesus. Ada Jesus shall be with us on Monday at 8 p.m. Biafra time to tell us the impact her comedy is making in Biafra land and how she intends to use this particular comedy to mobilizing our people to support the justice of our cause. We thank all of you for being part and part of this particular broadcast. Until we meet again in the coming days, I remain Ikenna Obidegono. Thank you and God bless you. Music Biafra.
She was just so dear. Royal traditional prime minister. Ọkọ̀ Hakimi was there. Wájú ẹ̀kú kìí ṣe ṣe.